Well, good evening, you handsome lot. And on the ramp today, I've got a 2015 Honda CR-V, and it has got a little bit of a DPF issue. First things first, we're going to have a little look at them fault codes. As you know, all these DPFs now on these vehicles that have been around for quite some years, and there's still a lot of people out there that can't really diagnose them. So we're going to go through this little Honda together and see what we can come up with. When diagnosing DPFs and any problem on any vehicle, your best chances of trying to fix the car is getting as much information off that customer as possible. How they drive, what fuel are they using, do they do short journeys, long journeys, when was the last time the vehicle was serviced, because an oil service can play havoc as well with a DPF regen, whether it's gone over service period for an oil change. That can stop a DPF regen, or there's lots of things, even coolant temperature. If a car's not getting up to temperature properly, it's going to stop a DPF regen, a blocky DPF. Now I hear it all the time off people, oh, DPFs, they're the worst thing ever invented. They're good when it's being used, when the vehicle's being used correctly. Even though DPFs do cause a lot of problems, it's not actually the fault. The chances are 99% of the time, the fault is further up in the engine. Like I said before, whether we've got glow plugs down, oil, temperature, there's so many different things that can cause a DPF not to regen. Yes, it can be an absolute minefield when diagnosing stuff, but you read your codes, you study them, and you have a little look at your live data. Now we've got an airflow sensor circuit range performance problem. Is that a faulty airflow meter, or have we got a boost leak? And this is all sorts of stuff that we need to be having a look at. And I'm going to show you a few little simple steps just to check things out. I've gone ahead and now pulled some live data up. We've got particulate voltage, particulate pressure, engine speed, the mass airflow, and the voltage. Now, some vehicles don't have millibars. I'm used to working in millibars, but this is HPA. Now, 1 HPA is 1 millibars. And as you can see, that engine is ticking over by there with the engine speed. And we have got 96 HPA, which is 96 millibars. That is heavily blocked. This DPF, or this vehicle, that light hasn't just come on. They've been driving around with quite some time. Now, if we have a little look at the airflow, we can quite clearly see that it is working and the voltages are changing as well. Should we hop out and have a little look? Now, just to have a little look at the airflow, just to make sure that it is reading correctly. Now, undo the rubber boot round it, get on your live data, make sure everything on the vehicle is running. Top right hand corner, as you can see, the airflow sensor is reading. And if we just pull that boot back, we're going to be getting unmeasured air because it is after the airflow sensor. If we pull it back now, right, I don't know if you can see this. No. If I pull it back, you'll see now that that engine is getting unmeasured air. You see? A little bit like that. And connect it back up. It's now gone back up to a normal reading. So where do we go from here? Where do we go? Yep, that's right, you've guessed it. We're going to be doing a smoke test on that intake system. Now this is the new Smoke 2 by Launch, and they have upgraded it to a digital display. We can run just air, or we can have smoke just for 5 minutes. And you can also change the pressure readings at the top. We just put smoke on. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. But if I pop my finger over the end of it, you can see how accurate it is. A very powerful tool. Now we're going to get this coupled up to the intake. There is a little bladder. We're going to stick that in there, pump it up, and create a little bit of a seal. Once you pump that bladder up and it's nice and tight, we can get your pipe now, wherever it shall be. Get it plugged in. A little bit like that. And then we can leave that now for a few minutes. And if there is any leaks, we are going to be able to find it. Genuinely, within a few minutes, we have now got lots of smoke pouring from down the front end of this car. I think we're going to have to take it up and have a little look. Can you see it all pouring down? Pouring out, shall I say? Let's go and have a little look. Right, well, as soon as we've got the vehicle up in the air, you can clearly see that we have got quite a bit of oil stain in there. So that is definitely a boost leak, 100%. Can we have a little look in there? I think what we're going to have to do is just pull these covers down and have a little look. But I do like a smoke machine because you do get a lot of cable and that car is still connected. Right, well, I have got the vehicle up in the air, and I have taken the wheel off just to remove the inner wheel arch, just to make things a little bit more visible. Now, it's blatantly to see that it is the intercooler that has failed. It's absolutely saturated in oil. Now, going by the condition of the vehicle, they could have hit something or who knows, but I'll flip the camera around now and I'll show you how bad it is leaking. Just up there, I don't know whether you can see, but it is split right around the seam. Now, there is lots of reasons why an intercooler can fail. Now, if you don't know what an intercooler does, it cools the air that's produced by the turbocharger that's going back into the engine. And charge temps, they do get very hot and very warm, hence why they've got an intercooler. Now, going by the condition of this, it is quite blocked. Well, very blocked, to be honest with you. Now, if that intercooler is getting too hot and it's not allowing the air to travel through to cool it, it may have just around the seams there got a little bit hot, got a weak point, and as it's got hot, it's just, because everybody knows that when things get hot, it can expand. But yeah, unfortunately, we're going to have to get an intercooler for this Honda. Now, there's no way on this earth that I'm going to be able to get an intercooler for this car today. It's probably going to take a couple of days for it to get to me, and then I might do a little video repairing it and cleaning the DPF and stuff. All we're going to be using to clean the DPF. If you haven't watched Jimmy O'Reilly, he uses this stuff, the Launch DPF particulate cleaning fluid. I'm reading it back. Oh, never mind. Anyway, he uses that stuff all the time and it is absolutely insane stuff. But yeah, that is just a quick little video of me diagnosing why the DPF has blocked on this car. Now, it hasn't just happened. You can quite clearly see that we've got a lot of oil staining. Now, if you're looking at a car and you're seeing this sort of staining around any pipe work, the chances are that you've got a intake leak or boost leak or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, we found it, we've diagnosed it, and it will be fixed without a shadow of a doubt. But it won't be getting done today and it won't be getting done on this video. I might do another video of it, but I am extremely busy. I've got so much going on over the next week to 10 days. I hope you've enjoyed this little simple video and it might help you diagnose your problems or might teach you a little few things. I don't know. But anyway, click that like and subscribe and I will see you on the next one. Let's get it sent.